Very interesting ban list. I was not expecting some of the hits. Honestly, Lacrima was a good hit, but I was not expecting it. I was expecting more the Link 2, the little goddess. I was not expecting the grass is greener at 1, which was something. I'm glad they hit something for the Snake Eyes. They hit their 1-card combo. They hit Snake Eye Ash, and they hit Poplar. Well, they were playing Poplar at 1. Some lists I saw were playing it at 2, but most at 1, so it's not the worst. And what else should we see? I didn't see IP banned. I thought she was going to get banned. What else? What else would we get? Oh, Calamity. Oh my god. We were not expecting that. I could see a girl and man cry right now.
Fuck you! Fuck you! And fuck you! Who's next?
Branded Fusion at 1 was also not expecting that, since Branded isn't doing much. I guess they're trying to up sales. I understand that Brandon can still play to an extent with 1, but it loses a lot of consistency.
Opening of the Spirit Gates also got limited. What do you think that's going to do?
To Yubel, well, it does lose quite a bit of consistency, since that was also a starter. They activated that and basically went almost full combo then, if not full combo. So it's the same thing as Snake Eyes. The decks are still going to be strong. They have the whole Fiendsmith package. The Fiendsmith package just spits out monsters just cuz, so they're going to still be up there, but they are going to lose some consistency with less starters. Honestly, I'm not sure how much consistency, because they're not running much engine regardless, so what are they going to do? Add more hand traps? Could actually end up being bad to an extent, but it will up the possibilities of them not drawing that starter, so we do like that.
What do you think of Aba being limited? Is that going to bring back Drytron?
I do not know if Drytron will come back with that. Honestly, I remember it being very problematic card up when Drytron was at full power, but in this current format, I'm not sure if Drytron will actually be able to be something to fight the meta, given it's still a strong deck.
Speaking of the meta, the Dragon Rulers are at 2. Thunder Dragon Colossus is at 2. Is that going to change anything?
I don't think so. I think those decks are kind of behind us. Also, coming to Drytron, they were strong at one point, but this current meta is just too strong with the way they spit boss monsters out, and they still have several stuff they can do. They hit Appaloosa, which I was expecting. It was something really bad. It's like you could just put it out there just cuz to stop your opponent from even trying to interact with you, and still have plentiful negates on the board aside from her. So,
and what do you think is going to be the meta moving forward?
Well, honestly, I'm not sure if much will change. I think Snake Eyes and Yubel are still going to be at the top. I don't know if anything really touches it yet.
Which one is going to be better?
Well, at the end of the day, I think that with these hits, Snake Eyes might have taken a bit bigger of a hit, but I'm not sure if they will actually come down to 2. But I think it closes the gap, that little gap that there was between them. I think Yubel moved up a little bit, so it's a relatively strong deck, but it gets closer to that Snake Eyes, which is still up there currently.
And last question, as a hometown Rika player, are you back in the meta?
I don't think so, because this really didn't do much to me and as a player. Nothing really moved in a way that it was gonna change anything. These meta decks are still playing the same hand traps. They're still playing basically the same engine. They're swapping 2-3 cards out because of certain things. So I don't think it changes much, because the format itself isn't changing.
All right, final thoughts?
Well, it's a good start to this ban list. We'll look forward to what will happen, what new concoctions people come up with, because ban lists provoke this. and we'll see what the new stuff is once people cook with it.
Yeah, and subscribe.